Hey, what's going on, you guys? Simpsons Man here, and Ask the Simpsons Man Part 2 coming at you. You guys had a lot of questions last time. I was not able to answer all of them, so I wanted to make a new post, and here we go. Ask the Simpsons Man Part 2. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's just go ahead and get started with the first question. TMBO_fan asks, what's your favorite episode? Well, I think I might have had this asked on part 1, but I'll go ahead and answer it. It's fine. Because honestly, it's like a hard one to answer. I don't have a favorite episode. I might be able to say, yes, I have a favorite 5, maybe 10. I could name a few, like the Stonecutters episode, Deep Space Homer. That's the one that they launch Homer into space. I love space. And I love Simpsons, so a combo of my two favorite things, can't go wrong there. Actually, I do think this was asked because I know that we talked about Flaming Moe's and how that was one of my favorite episodes also. Now, if you were to ask me what's my favorite 10 to 30 episodes, I could answer that, but obviously that'll take a long-ass time. So, can't really say I have just a favorite one, sorry, but that, obviously that was a great question. Let's go down. Let's just skip. Gemma Caldera asks, are you playing the Springfield Tapped Out? And if I am, what's your nickname? I actually did used to play this. And I used to play this all the time. Long story short, got a new phone. Everything's supposed to be saved on I don't know if it's my cloud or just like the Apple iPlay. But whenever I went to go do it, it did not restore it. And I was like level 60 something at the time, 50 something. This was a long time ago. And I was like, nope, I am not going to redo this. I put in a ticket. They said they could not restore my game, which I thought was BS. So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. So I just don't play it anymore. Let's see here. Robbie Glover. It's a long question, so let's knock out a long question. What do you think about the Dr. Marvin Monroe situation? We need an episode on this before The Simpsons finish the show. Otherwise, we'll be left with unanswered questions. He said at Marge's book signing he's been very sick, so hopefully there's a great story there and he's not dead. We could potentially have an awesome episode here, and this story needs to be told. Well, hey, Robbie, I 100% agree with you. And that's really good because, oddly enough, we were just talking about this about 2 weeks ago, and we literally said a version of what you just asked. So that's weird, but that's an awesome question. I agree. They need to do some type of flashback episode because they're not going to just redo a whole episode. It'll have to be some kind of a flashback episode. So Fox, or I guess Disney, or whoever the hell is going to be able to put this together, make it happen. Please make this happen because, yes, that is something that I have asked myself, my friend has actually asked, and we just need to know. All right, hey, good question, Robbie. Let's see here. Kitten Bitten Raz. Hope I'm getting these names right. I'm assuming she asks, or he, can't assume these days, 2018, sorry. What is your earliest Simpsons-related memory? Great question. Now, I'm not trying to date myself here because honestly, I don't remember if it was elementary school or middle school, but I do remember a kid had a hoodie on, or it might have been a jacket, and he took it off during class, and on his shirt, it said the word ass or up yours or something along the lines of that with Bart Simpson on it, and he had to go straight to the office to go change. That's probably my earliest Simpson memory. They used to get away with a lot of shit back then, as in The Simpsons, and yes, that was one of them. You notice that a lot of the older shirts had sayings similar to that, so, that was my oldest memory. Next question, and I'll probably not get this name right, so it's Shamat Shamorta. Probably wrong, but close enough. Who's your favorite one of character? And I think I should have compared, part 1 and part 2 before I chose some of these, but I think this was part of part 1, but I'm going to answer it because we're already talking about it. It's got to be Hank Scorpio. that is one of my favorite characters. Top 5. I know we talked about last on part 1 that Homer was my favorite, but if I have to say top 5, it would be Hank Scorpio. Super crazy because he was a one-of character. For them to put him on the episode and for him to blow up and be as huge as he was just blows my mind. But definitely he's got a lot of many like catchy one-liners. There's been a lot of merch created just for Hank, and he's just super popular just for being a one-of. So that's who it is. Let's go John Jonan Kame. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I got that right. Do you think if they went another way with the different writers, with the original writers on hand, another Simpsons movie would be good? Was actually thinking about this earlier. So, yes. And we actually talked about this on the podcast a few months ago. I do. I really think it would be great. Whenever Disney took over such things like, let's just say Star Wars, they made it bigger and better. Yes, the classics are classics. No one's ever going to disagree with that at all. But you tell me, everywhere you go now, if it's the gas station, if it's Walmart, if it's a bookstore, they have Star Wars everywhere. You could go anywhere and they have a pencil, a t-shirt. And I think if Disney or Fox or whoever's doing it can put that same effort into The Simpsons, it will blow up. It will blow up again. And there you go. Like, there's a movie right there. I mean, Star Wars, they're making movies every day, and they're making another movie of the movie, and then they're taking a character and making a movie. So why couldn't they do that with The Simpsons? I honestly think, and I read about something like this online, that the writers might have just too many ideas. Like, think about it. They've been around for about 30 years now. 30 years of ideas going back and forth saying, that would be great for a movie. That would be great for a movie. You know, originally they had talked about doing Hank Scorpio for a movie. But, you know, so that's my 2 cents on that. Let's see here. Lots of great. Okay. X Sasha Massey X. I got that correct, I think. Which talking animal is your favorite? Itchy, Scratchy, Poochie, or the Spirit Guide? Well, damn. Okay, Scratchy is one of my favorite characters. Top 10 if I had to put it on there. Spirit Guide, that's just pretty funny that you say that, but it has to be Poochie, just because of my love for Homer. And the episode when he did Poochie, it was such a... like, he just did not even try that much. Like, hey, I'm Poochie the talking dog. But it was so great that he did that character, and I'm glad that he did it. All right, let's just keep going. I'm going to answer, I don't know, maybe like 10 total. So I think that's about 5, 6. We'll just keep going, though. Let's just go to the next one. Lisa with a bunch of H's, or Triple H underscore. Maybe that's what she's going for. She asks, I'm a collector of many things, and I find the worst part of owning so many items is having to clean and dust them all. How often do you clean, and do you have any tips on cleaning keeping a tidy collection? Well, Lisa, I clean all the time. I hate it. I honestly hate it. There's so much dust on these shelves, like... You gotta move all the characters. You can't just dust around them, because so many of the characters, if you start dusting around them, you're gonna knock them all over. Then it's a huge domino effect, unless you glue them down. Or, I mean, I'm not gonna glue them down, obviously. So in most cases, I have to take down the shelf, or take down the characters off the shelf, dust the characters, and then I always wind up redoing them, not, just kind of upping the collection, moving them around, maybe adding some more, taking some out, trying to keep it new. Tips, though, I'm actually going to invest in 2 of those corner cases. They're glass, they're sealed up. I'm not sure if you've seen them. I'll post a little picture on here while I'm making the video. But that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing. I know you can get them from IKEA or you can order them online. But that should minimize a lot of the dust going in them. So for now, just keep cleaning. It sucks. Believe me, it sucks bad. But that's about it. You just keep cleaning them. All right. We had Lisa. I'm going to just scroll down because there's a lot of questions on here. Let's see. Sugarless Art. Sugarless Art asks, how do you feel about the newer episodes? When do you think the show will end? Well, this kind of goes back to, I think part one and what I was just talking about right now about Disney. But honestly, a lot of people hate the newer episodes. We were talking on the podcast, and my buddy on the podcast just could not get into them because he had one episode he saw, and it was so bad. It was just kind of like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to keep watching this. Seasons 1 through 12 are bust. Like, that's literally what most people will say. I'll say it too, but maybe not the bust part because I love all of them. Now, I'm going to agree, the newer episodes are definitely hit and miss. They're never going to beat some of the classic episodes. But honestly, with the show being so old, it's hard to keep the content 100. Like, I think the show is going to end. Well, obviously it's going to end. But I would say give it another 5, maybe 10 years. Now, 10 years, that's crazy to even, just say. But if the actors are on board, they're going to keep getting money. And now with the whole Disney and Fox thing that's going on, I honestly think it'll happen. My hopes is that they'll go for at least another 5 years, make a beyond epic movie, and that's it. Seal it off with the movie, and good riddance. And even after that, people are going to be talking about The Simpsons for the next 30 or 40 years, even if they're not on the air. They'll still be cycling around, so... When do you think the show will end? I think 5 to 10 years. Well, I'll just keep it like that. I'm going to do one more. And I'm just going to choose the last one. So here's a good, just a good way to almost see this. A lot of these questions that I'm doing, I usually pick the first one and I've usually picked the last one. So just throwing that out there for part 3. Try to be the first one or try to be the last one. What is the best overall season? Kind of similar to what we've been talking about. This is what Sparky Pinball asks. Well, I can't. It's just really hard because this goes back to what's your favorite episode? Season 3, like you said, amazing. So many great episodes on seasons 3, 4, and 5. That's what I would have to say, but honestly, I always say seasons 1 through 12, maybe seasons 2 through 12. One, they were still trying to figure things out. There were still a lot of great ones. You still can't touch the very, very, very first episode, the Christmas episode with Santa's Little Helper. But I could agree, season 3 was definitely amazing. But let's just say the first 11 were gold, and let's just keep it like that. So... that's it, you guys. There's too many questions on here. I mean, this video is already going about 13 minutes. I could literally make an hour-long video, and maybe I will. Maybe part 3 will be 30 minutes to an hour long. You guys keep asking the questions, and, thank you for asking. Those were some amazing questions. I will have part 3 in about, let's just say about a month or so. And if your question didn't get answered from Instagram, toss it in the comments down there on YouTube because I want to answer them. I won't be able to answer all of them, but I will be able to type them out. I won't be able to put them on here, but I'll be able to at least type them out and talk to you guys about them. Just keep it up. If you guys like it, like my channel, subscribe. YouTube just did some weird thing that now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and blah, blah, blah. They keep changing the rules. So subscribe, tell your friends, comment, give me some feedback, give me some positive, give me some negative feedback, whatever you want to do. Thank you again for watching or listening in this case, and you guys have a great one. Thanks, guys.